Hey everyone, hello. Hi everybody, welcome in. Hey KJ, how are you? I'm sorry, I don't know that I'm able to see a whole lot of the comments before. Hey Simon, good to see you. Let me get it pulled up here maybe. That's maybe where I can see a little bit better. You can only see what's already pulled up. Thanks KJ. So it's a little old, as you can see, kind of like the distance. I'm giving away all my secrets now. Hi, Natalie. Oh, thank you. But I do have like the tree in the background, right? So it's making me in the spirit, so to speak. Let me get everything pulled up here so I can say hi. Whew. Okay, so Natalie's had her nap. She can stay up for a little bit. I know we're floating in Main Street. I love it. I love it. Whoever said KJ says ice cream is medical. Absolutely. Absolutely, friend. For sure. I hear that. I hear that 1,000%. For sure. Hey, Jason. Good to see you. All right. So I know we were supposed to be out at Hollywood Studios and seeing Fantasmic, and that was kind of the plan. And then I got a massive headache, so I didn't really feel like going out. And at the same time, I've also I feel as if I've already beat Fantasmic into you all because I love it so much. Hi, Amy. Hi, Barry. Hey, Belinda. I know. Let's get started with the big announcements. All right. So I have lots of them. And while this may not be a super long stream, I did want to just kind of sit down, collect ourselves, talk a little bit amongst everybody. I know that there's been a lot of things that we've kind of said in passing on the latest streams here and there. So if you've been watching the streams lately, then you know exactly a little bit along the lines of most of what we're looking to talk about. If you haven't, then this may all be new, and that's not a bad thing. So, hi everyone, good to see you. So, I guess actually, this is kind of fitting because the very first announcement I want to show you is my new fabulous shirt. I don't know, can I stand up or so? Maybe not. Maybe I can. I don't want to hit my background here. But I got my Christmas in the Kingdom shirt. So, our super cool friends at Shop LBV have been phenomenal. So if you missed it on our Instagram stories and Facebook stories earlier, they're actually running a half off sale. It's like the biggest sale they've ran all year long. That being said, they have the link there for us to visit, and every purchase today benefits Toys for Tots. So every single thing, every single item is going directly to Toys for Tots, so that way we can help fund all this. So yeah, on top of getting some pretty cute merchandise, which I was super excited about to get in the mail today, we get to do and benefit a really, really great cause. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to click around here for just a little bit. So hang tight with me because I've got the link here directly. So that way all of you all can keep up with it as well. It's also in the description too. So I think Sandy, more specifically, I'm going to call your attention to that because that's one that we really want to make sure that we have out for everybody pretty regularly here. So I've got it here. I'm going to post the link, but this is also the link here as well. So if you just want to go and visit the link there in either the description or the chat, then you can do so there. It was also just on the screen there for a short period of time. And if you're watching this on the replay, then you'll be able to see all that. So even if you don't buy anything, just click through, just scroll through all the different apparel. They've got tons and tons and tons of park stuff. So I know it's so cute. And I love Toys for Tots. I'm so glad that that was the charity that they chose to support this particular event. And I felt like it was extremely fitting given the circumstances and the time of the year. And they do a lot of good for a lot of people. And our friends there at Shop LBV, they like to give away a lot of shirts for veterans too every once in a while. They've done that in the past. So they're always looking for really new, fun, creative ways to give things away and make it count, make it for something, right? So yeah, I'm super excited to be a part of that and support their cause and help. So I just want to show you all a little bit of what you have in store. So for somebody that's not so, festive all the time in the Christmas spirit, I guess I should say, I've got a super big announcement. So tomorrow, and that's part of the reason why I'm not in the parks today. Tomorrow, we're going to be going back out to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. So I'm super excited. I think Jonathan's going to stay with the kids. So it's just going to be me. But we're going to go back out, and I'm really excited to be a part of it, go and see it. Hopefully we will not have anything like rain us out tomorrow. But I do plan to stream it as long as everybody wants to see it. Hello, Miss Stephanie. Hello. Rewind me real quick and then catch back up because we've already gotten started on everything. So, so tomorrow night, it's kind of fitting, I guess I should say, to take a break for tonight, collect myself. Oh my goodness, Natalie, no. Goodness, no. After 4, I'm done. I am done. But tomorrow, yes, we're going to be in it to win it. It might be a very long night for us. So tomorrow we're going to go back out to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. I don't say that word though, Natalie, that P word, because when I do say that, like for whatever reason, it just happens. So like, please don't wish that on me. I don't want that. Yeah, KJ's like, I'm done too. I actually, so fun fact, I'm actually very scared of the dentist because every time I would go and make an appointment to go get my teeth cleaned or worked on, like I'd pop up pregnant. Like it was just a thing. So like I quit making appointments for the dentist. Yeah, take that back now. Oh, no, Belinda. I'm in for the long haul, so to speak. So that being said, so we're just gonna go on out, have us a fun time with Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Hopefully we'll get to see the stage show in its entirety. Get to see the Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas Time parade again. So I'm really excited about that one because it's probably one of my favorite parades because of all the smells. And I hate that I can't translate that for you, but one day we'll find a way. Yeah, Stephanie's like, I'm 4 and done too. That room has been renovated and closed. Yes. That's the next plan. Right? What was the dentist up to? So it was not necessarily the dentist, it was just the timing on my part. So it was like, I'm afraid to schedule the appointments because I would never make them. It was like, oh no, we can't do the x-rays. So yeah, we'll be here for the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. I think STM has something else that they've got going on, which is totally fine. So yes. And I'm all for talking about all those things, Belinda. So she said there's a rumor going around that the reservation system is going away January 9th and no more 2 p.m. park hopping. I have heard that. I don't know that that's going to be a thing officially just yet, but we'll see. Hey, Simon, good to see you. Yeah, for sure. That's kind of what we're talking about right now. So we're going to be out for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party tomorrow. So it's going to be a long night. I need to get some sleep because I plan to be there as long as I can and maybe visit a few more treat stops too, get some more cookies. I now know where all the good cookies are. Maybe go and do the Tomorrowland Speedway because they've got a holiday overlay too that's all lit up there. It's beautiful. So yeah, okay, so Stephanie, yeah, let's talk about that. So she says, I'm in the small amount who actually like the park reservations. I like knowing ahead of time. I hear that. And while I don't mind the park reservations, I would like them as an open reservation. So A, I knew where I was going. B, don't cut me off from capacity. And C, I don't like being limited to only a certain amount of reservations at a time. Because my problem as an annual pass holder is I'm only capable of reserving the parks so many days. and then I have to wait for a day to fall off to where I can add it at the end, versus like if you're coming in from out of state and you have tickets linked to your package, then you're able to just do your entire length of stay all at the exact same time. But I can't do that. Natalie's in the other camp. She's like, I like to wake up in the morning and decide where I get to go. So you're in Jonathan's camp there. He's like total non-planner. It's just not his thing. I'm that crazy woman that was trying to go and plan what we were going to go and eat at 6 months out. He was like, I don't know what I'm going to eat months from now. And I'm like, well, you need to decide that, or I'm going to decide that for you. Belinda says, I don't mind the park pass reservations, but I hate not being able to park hop until 2 p.m. Yes, sister, I hear that wholeheartedly. I hear that. Yeah, Stephanie's like, mine are already done for August. We'll just write them down. Yes. So Jason's in Natalie's camp. You all would get along just fine with Jonathan. It's like wake up and go where the wind blows you there. So, man, I don't know. I don't know that I can do that. I like to plan. There are very few times I like to be spontaneous. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so we talked about our new link here. I'm going to have that posted up, and you'll probably see it pop up in the chat pretty regularly, especially now that they have that Toys for Tots. And I think that's just for today. But go ahead, check that link out for me. Just click it, scroll, see if there's anything that is kind of on maybe your last minute Christmas list, or someone that's harder to get for, or for yourself, because they don't just have holiday gear. They've got park merchandise, hats, sweaters, long sleeve shirts, t-shirts. They've got a pillow as well. I know that one's kind of Christmas, but they've got tons of other stuff. Yeah. So, check it out when you get a chance. I'll post that link again here in the next little bit or so. Stephanie says, I'm in the minority of folks that don't park hop. I really hope that's true. I hope that we at least lift the restrictions. I don't mind the park pass reservations, but please don't restrict me. I don't want to have to wait until 2 p.m. to park hop. That makes me very sad. Hi, Nicole. Good to see you. I'm doing great. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, Belinda, if you're going to be in at the end of January, please, by all means, I would love to meet you all. So that's another thing. I think there's been several of you all that have said, hey, I'd like to see you, or I'd like to run into you, or, officially meet face to face. I'm totally fine. I have to tell you, I'm extremely awkward when you see me. Ask Jason, ask Sandy. I'm just me. I'm not going to be anything other than what you see here. I promise. It's probably the craziest that you'll see, but I'm very quiet. So while I can talk to you here, I just don't respond the same way face to face. So please don't take that as anything different, good, bad, or indifferent. It's just me. I'm just quiet. Even though I feel like I know you and you know me, it's just kind of weird for me at first. That's all. So then I come around. But please don't take that to heart. I would love to see you all. The best way to kind of coordinate that is, please remind me. I'm a terrible rememberizer. I've told you all that several times. So I am not opposed to you saying, remember, I'm going to be in here. Remember, I'm going to be in. I'm coming in. We got 4 more days. We got 3 more days. Tomorrow we're going to be in this park. And if you keep reminding me, I will remember it eventually. Like, today is crazy. This whole week has been crazy. Jonathan's been off the past, 3 days? 5 days. 5 days. And a couple of days before that. And I feel like I haven't even seen him because we've been going here, there, and everywhere. So things have been crazy. Yeah, we have fun. So it is what it is. Oh, thanks, Sandy. I appreciate that. But yeah. So yeah, anytime that you all would like to meet in the parks, never, ever, ever opposed to that. I'd love to say hi. Just please keep reminding me. So yeah, we talked about shirts. We talked about the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party tomorrow. Oh yeah, that reminds me. So if you've watched the streams the past couple of days, Jonathan and I kind of been bouncing some ideas off of each other. And one of them was for the anniversary of the channel. which actually comes up in March. So it's going to be kind of a big deal. And we hope to kind of keep it as a big deal. So we're hoping that we can at least do this much every anniversary. Maybe we can add more to it later. But for now, and I realize we're quite a ways off. For now, what we're liking, we want to kind of announce, so to speak, is you all have done such a fantastic job at being here and showing up for us and being there for us and living it through the highs, the lows, the ups, the downs, the tech troubles, the best fireworks views ever. I don't know what to say. So thank you. And I can't say thank you. We can't say thank you enough. So we want to say thank you in the best way we know possible to right now. So starting in March, we're going to be running a giveaway for a 2-night stay. 2-night stay at a Walt Disney World resort. Now that will be a deluxe resort. So we will be booking that for you. If you are our winner, we have an idea that we've already talked about, discussed, kind of tossed around on how that's going to work. So we'll have more details for you on that later. Like I said, I hope that maybe in the future we can do more, maybe with tickets, maybe more stays, maybe longer stays. We don't know. So that's the only right fitting way that we knew to say thank you. So just know that that's coming. We're working out a lot of the details now, but the best thing that we can ask you to do is just the same thing that you've been doing. Continue to help us grow, to continue to bring your friends in, to continue to come out here and talk to me, even though I'm just kind of crazy all the time. And we really, really, really appreciate you. So yes, it'll be a 2-night stay of your choice. We're not going to limit you to a specific time or specific dates or anything like that. There will be a few more kind of caveats to that. So if you're potentially the winner for this giveaway, if you're needing Disney World tickets, all we ask is that you book the tickets through me unless you already have a spoken for travel agent, which I entirely intend to respect. That's not a ploy to like steal anybody away from our travel advisors, because we love our travel advisor community.
And we understand that people want to obviously stay longer so they can piggyback those stays.
Yes. And that's the other thing is if you want to extend your stay, that's totally fine. Just recognize that that would be a whole separate reservation. So when you go to make dining reservations, potentially park pass reservations, if those are a thing, then make sure the tickets are linked to the right days and such. So yeah, so there's a little bit of like some quirks to that. So yeah. And if you're looking to extend those days, we hope that you would, book that with me as well. So yeah. But we're really, really, really excited about that. So I think that we're working towards it. Maybe we'll work our way up to, 3 or 4 days, or heck, even 5 or 7 days stays, maybe with tickets. So yeah, we're tweaking it. We're getting it. We're getting it. It's the family feel of this channel that keeps us coming back. Simon, that makes me more excited than anything. Yeah, we've got a very fun family. You all are family to us now. This is awesome. Yeah, for sure. Natalie, we'll definitely talk. I think another caveat to that is it's going to run from March to March. So you have from March to March to book. Obviously, if you're doing dining reservations and stuff, you're going to want to do all that very quickly and way far out, a little bit further on out. Or if you want to piggyback it an existing stay, we'll do our best to do that. So I think what we'll do is we'll ask our winner for 3 dates, 3 choices of a resort, or we'll give you 3 choices of a resort, and then we'll book whatever's available. So yeah. Oh, thanks, Melissa. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Sandy. She's posted that LBV, shop LBV link again there. Hi, S. Rose. We're coming back to Disney World next year, August 5th through the 12th. Oh, that is amazing. That is so awesome. Well, Stephanie, thank you. I appreciate that so much. But no, truly, I mean, that's what we're here for. So KJ said, I don't think anyone could lift me in a piggyback. Same friend. Hi, Denise. Good to see you. So yeah, so that's kind of our big. And I know that we had kind of just mentioned it in passing. We mentioned it, I think, maybe in the Festival of the Holiday stream. So if you hadn't had a chance to check that one out too. But that being said, yeah, let's all press the thumbs up button. I really appreciate that. That would be amazing. Kind of keeps us in the YouTube algorithm there and keeps us growing there. So, but yeah, that was made comments kind of in passing. So we wanted an official announcement about it. Like I said, this is going to be an ongoing thing. So I'm telling you all about it now, so you know first. And as soon as we start being able to take entries for that, then we'll definitely release more information on it once we know all the ins and outs and keep it going there. So yeah, Jonathan's shaking his head. I know you can't see him because he's beyond Main Street. You know how they were talking about beyond Big Thunder? He's beyond Main Street. Oh, Nicole, that's awesome. She said, I just rewatched a few of your streams today. That's amazing. That is awesome. Thank you so much.
And we have a library of blogs.
Yes. So that's another thing that I wanted to talk about too, is because everybody's like, hey, we've missed you. Like we miss talking with you. We miss interacting with you. Like you're fun to talk with or laugh with, or, just kind of laugh at you, because I'm good for that too. Yeah. So the week and a half, almost 2 weeks leading up to Thanksgiving was really crazy for us too. We did a lot of adventures around Universal Studios, a lot of things that we couldn't live stream too easily because of either signal issues or we were backstage, like the holiday VIP tour, which I highly recommend you check out that video. It was amazing. Had the best meet and greet ever with the Grinch's dog, Meckes. Yes, go check it out. Even if you just skip ahead, I don't care. Just go check it out. So there was a lot of things to that, a lot of moving parts that just didn't make it stream friendly. So a lot of people were like, are you going live again? Or are you just going to kind of, do this for a while? So we're hoping to have kind of a healthy mix of both for when I can't be out and be live. But on that same token, that was the whole reason for that. We do have some plans to go back out and stream Grinchmas, the Who's, the Grinchmas musical show. So yeah,
we take you all to the Icon Park.
Take you to the Icon Park. The SeaWorld Christmas celebration I did do, but because there was so much to do and because I know that the signal is not great there, we went ahead and recorded that. Jonathan's actually been working on that one for several days now. So if you didn't know, Jonathan does all of our videos for us. So while I might be the face a lot of the times, he's kind of the brains of the operation here. So round of applause for Jonathan.
You want to mention the big this Saturday?
Yes. So
we're not going to show them what it is.
We won't show you what it is.
They'll get an idea as to what one of the prizes.
Well, hold up. So I'm literally like having to stop him from showing you here. Let's see. I think he might be sat in the Crystal Palace, judging by the way you're looking towards him. Simon Winner. Also, if that were the case, do not think for a moment we would not all be in the Crystal Palace.
Is that our name? 800?
Yes. Dear Mr. Bob Iger, I would like my 1900 Park fare back, please.
Yes.
Signed, everyone who misses their strawberry soup at dinner. Right? Okay. Now that I've said that. Yes. Melissa said, I can't wait till the stream tomorrow night will help me take my mind off my mom moving to Panama. Oh my goodness, the country. Oh my goodness. Oh, yes, Melissa, absolutely, for sure. I know Jonathan is the comedic relief to all of this, for sure. But yes, we do have plans, Melissa, to go and see the Animal Kingdom's Merry Menagerie. So that I don't know that I could fit it in this weekend because this weekend is pretty much already spoken for.
Watch Olaf do the processional.
Yeah, so we got Josh Gad coming up with the candlelight processional. There are so many of you all that have said we want Josh Gad, we want Neil Patrick Harris, we want Mariska Hargitay, we want Whoopi Goldberg. So I might just do with the candlelight processional like what we did with Fantasmic. It might just be a candlelight processional like streamathon for the next coming weekends or weekdays or so, just depending on how all that kind of lines up. So you might be sick of the candlelight processional, but we will have a plethora of narrators to go through there. So one last thing before we go on and move on to our next big. Sandy has posted in the link tree in the comments here for you. I see your comments this way, so I guess I should say here. Sorry. Sandy has posted our link tree. So if you're not following us on all of the socials, what are you waiting for? First and foremost. Second of all, that was a joke. But please go ahead, click the link tree. It'll bring you out to all the links there. You can click on all the social icons: Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. I think we've even got Twitter up and running now, and like not using it a whole lot, but we might start using it a little bit more. So that being said, all the links will be on that link tree. So go ahead, check out the link. Check out the or click the social icon that you most interact with. If you're on all the socials, click them all. It'll take you directly into where you need to be, and click like, subscribe, follow, thumbs up, whatever it happens to be. Just make sure you're following everything, because not everything that we post on one platform goes to the next or in the same order or the same content. So we're trying to mix things up for everybody here. So yeah, thanks, Sandy. Hi, Jen. Good to see you. Oh, Stephanie says, I love seeing the processional. Okay, so we're going to give you another thing here. So I want to call out Natalie for being our fantastic sponsor. Now, I know this is a long time ago now at this point, but a couple weeks back, Natalie made a extremely generous donation and said, I really want to sponsor a trivia night for you, because if you follow us on the other channel, then we do we do trivia nights once a week, or try to, and we have a lot of fun with those. So I really need to dig deep and dig hard, because I've realized that trivia questions are not always as hard as what I think that they're going to be. So we are going to have a trivia night on Saturday night. So that's probably our biggest announcement for today. So we got several different prizes, and you all know that I'm a sucker for lounge flies. So our big is going to be one of these puppies. And look, they're already wrapped and everything. You can see it's not coming out of the plastic. So that's one of, I think we have four prizes already lined up there. So thank you so much to Natalie Fantuzzi for sponsoring our trivia night. If this goes successfully, we might try and work this in, once a month, every couple weeks or so. Yeah. KJ said, I used the very phrase, what are you waiting for? Earlier, right? So round of applause for Natalie. Thank you so much for donating and sponsoring that. Gina says, I love the lounge flies. Me too. So to do it justice, to do her justice.
Let's make your channel.
Yeah. Loungefly, please sponsor me. So we love Loungefly here. It's a mild obsession. So yes, that is crazy stuff. So we got lots of really good stuff kind of lined up here. Oh, KJ said, I do not understand YouTube or Instagram, and they are the only social media platforms I venture upon. That is a-okay. That is a-okay. Not to worry whatsoever at all. Yes. So Natalie says, good luck, everybody. So I promise you, I will have a post out tomorrow once I get past this headache. Early, not only reminding you of the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, but also to announce time and everything for trivia for Saturday night. So if you want to get in on trivia, then definitely file in for Saturday, and we'll have all that. Oh, KJ says, I have that lounge flight. I picked myself up one too. They were so pretty. I love it. Hi, Stanislaw. How are you? Good to see you. Okay, so we talked about shirts and park merchandise. It's also a new link in the desktop version of YouTube if you're watching us on the desktop versions of YouTube or laptop, if that matters. But it will be the first link here in the description for a while. You can play for sure. Why is second grade subtraction so hard to teach? I have no earthly idea. I thought addition would be pretty hard because we're doing addition with Nat right now in kinder, and no, I dread the days of subtraction because you just get them going one way and then you got to go back the other way. I know, it's crazy. Oh, Gina says she gets so many compliments on her Loungefly. The greeter at Walmart approached us checking out to see if it's a Loungefly. Yes. So the other day I was out streaming at Magic Kingdom, and one of the cast members came up to me and goes, "I love your Loungefly. Where did you get it?" I was like, "Oh, out in Celebration. I had a friend get it for me." And he's like, "Oh, I love it. It was amazing. It was my Alice in Wonderland one." So yeah. So yeah, we've had lots of good announcements. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party tomorrow. We've got trivia on Saturday. Come March, we'll be doing our big giveaway where we're giving away a 2 nights resort stay of your choice, consecutive nights. You'll have a full March to March year to use it. And if you're purchasing tickets or extending that stay, either or, we hope that you'll book that with me. So, as long as you don't have an existing travel advisor you're working with. So, yeah. Jason said, I got tons of compliments on my Christmas spirit jersey Saturday. That's the way to do it. I love those spirit jerseys. I have several myself too. I have a small fortune invested into those. I feel like there was another thing. Oh, if you were wanting to come out if you're coming out to the parks, please remind me. I know I might say a lot of these things kind of in passing, but it's just kind of what's coming to my mind. Please let me know. I would love to say hi. I do not intend to ignore you. It's not my intention to have that oversight that I just forget. So because I have so much all the time, you are never bothering me as long as you keep telling me when you're going to be out, where you're going to be out, and I will do my best to try and line it up there. So KJ said I told a random lady in a mall, in a mall, I liked her Dooney, and she looked at me like I was an alien. I have a small fortune in Doonies too. In fact, I have a Small World one that I hold very near and dear to my heart. I call it Sally's Small World. It's probably one of the last Doonies that I got, but very cool. And I have an extensive collection of Disney Vera Bradley too. So, although I don't use them all a lot, they're very near and dear to me. So yeah, for sure. Let's see, Thursday. Okay, so I'm just kind of cycling here in my thought process of what I have going on all week. So yeah, I think that's about it. Do I have anything else? Oh, we've got lots of Universal style vlogs coming out. So we've got things like Harry Potter for Christmas time in not only Hogwarts, but Diagon Alley. Again, they're going to kind of be more like walking tours. They're not going to be anything totally offbeat. But when we go and do the Universal stream, I'd love to do a couple of different things, including going and visiting the Wizarding World. But Universal is just really particular about what you can and cannot stream, and in particular rides. So even stuff like the Hogwarts Express, which I know is kind of a mild ride, but it is still an experience each way. They ask that you don't take any pictures or do any kinds of videos there. So yeah. So lots of really cool things coming up right before Christmas. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot it. That's what it was. Christmas. Okay, so last but not least, I would love everybody to watch either the community post here on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. I am going to make a Google Doc. So we are sending out Christmas cards. If you would like a Christmas card from us, I'm going to have a Google Doc. You'll have to go to that link. Send me your mailing address. You don't have to send me your home address. I'm not going to track you down. So please don't think of that. If you just want to include your YouTube username, that is totally fine by me. But we'd love to send everybody a Christmas card here. So look for that Google Doc here in the next little bit, probably by the end of the week, because I need to go ahead and get those lined up. I will run that for about 2 weeks, and then I will start sending them out. But I also may start sending them as I get them in. So I'll say that. I'll start sending them as I get responses in, but I will only run that for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
so
send them to the Ride with Random.
Well, I'm going to get a Google Doc together, so that way they'll it'll just be a form they fill out. It'll be confidential.
Okay.
Like your information is not going to get shared with anybody. So yeah, go ahead and send me your addresses
We also
that
have
way.
a couple other things. Jeter bin.
Oh yes. Oh, Christmas, man.
Yeah, so
See, do you see what I mean? Like this. So now I feel like this is kind of almost like a behind the stream type thing, because this is our thought process. This is like the longest conversation I've
we
even had
also
with
fit
you
to
over the past couple of
stream
weeks.
on Christmas Day.
Yes. So we got a stream on Christmas Day. Let's see. We've got Jeter Bend at Celebration coming up, because that is going to be we'll probably pre-record that one because it's just kind of weird and funky being out there stream, so it's kind of a shorter thing to do, so we'll probably pre-record that one. And so if you're not familiar with Jeter Bend, it's a section of Celebration, which is the town that Disney built. And that being said, we were out for Halloween, and our Halloween video is still up. If you'd like to check that out, just go back and click it there. But
speaking of old vlogs, we need them to check out the Dapper Day in Hollywood Studios.
Okay, hold that thought process, because I'm still on Jeter Bend because I cannot get a whole thought out myself and I get so distracted. Jeter Bend. So yes, if you want to know what we're talking about, go check out the Halloween video. It's the very last years that they are committing to doing this. My understanding is they pass the torch along to other folks that can coordinate next year, but the people that have been coordinating it for the last 10 years or so are just not interested in doing that anymore. So this is going to be the last year that they're doing the Christmas lights. So we want to make sure that you all have an option to do that. Oh, Jason says your alls goes in the mail tomorrow. Yay! Yeah, we'll include an address too. So if you want to send us a Christmas card back, we'd be happy to have that. Oh, Stephanie said my boss got me a 50th anniversary light up Mickey head keychain. That's awesome. Oh, Sandy says that's a good idea. Yay! Oh, yes. So, Julio says, I'm so excited for Disneyland is coming back. Mark your calendars. Magic happens. Has a return date of now Friday, February 24th, 2023. Julio, if that is the case, I will be glued to YouTube all day long because I cannot wait to see that. That is amazing. Simon says, anyone would think that this chat is distracting. I know, right? We're kind of crazy like that. So yes, Dapper Day.
Yeah, I'll post the link to that video here actually.
Okay, so yes, check out our Dapper Day video if you're confused as to what we're referencing. Dapper Day is also coming up
December 10th and 11th.
December 10th and 11th. Thank you, my walking calendar. So what, week and a half, never mind that we're throwing a birthday in there too, for Devin. So, yeah, December 10th at Hollywood Studios and December 11th at Animal Kingdom. So we'll have 2 different days that we'll be going out there. So come dressed in your dapper best and come join us. So if you're able to come out, absolutely, please come out for Dapper Day. If you're just joining us virtually, no worries. Then you'll just be joining us virtually. So lots of really cool, fun stuff coming out. And then obviously Christmas Eve, and the New Year's too. It's crazy. It is crazy. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up.
Lightsaber
meetup too.
David's on a cruise ship right now, so he can't be on the chat right now.
David's not on a cruise ship anymore.
Oh, he's off?
No. Okay. He went at Halloween. So
okay.
Yeah, we got a lightsaber meetup too. So yeah, we got lots of really cool, fun things. I just need to get better at putting them down on a master calendar here. Who's the puppet and who's the puppeteer? KJ, are you talking about us or you all? Because I hear that, and yet I feel like I relate to that a lot. So, yeah, there's a lot of really cool things. So main things, trivia this week coming up on Saturday, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. We got that new and exciting link to check out for Shop LBV. I'm really excited for you all to see what I've got planned for my outfit tomorrow, because that one is one that I ordered from Shop LBV, and I'm really excited for you all to see it because I'm excited to wear it, and I think it's going to look fabulous. So if you want to see it, you'll have to check in with us tomorrow. Sorry, I think my headache is like keeping me from really trying to think to my fullest capacity. But yeah, also too, I'm sorry that I've kind of been absent a little bit. So it's been kind of rough and crazy and go nonstop for us here. So I can imagine it was probably similar for you all too. But I felt like tonight was a good way to kind of slow down for a little bit, kind of reset, especially if we're going to be out tomorrow like crazy, and get to say hi again, talk a little bit about things that we mention here and there on the streams, but also not, not, not have it all like sporadic, just have everything all in one place.
Oh, one thing.
One more?
Yeah, I was going to say, what kind of trivia questions do they have to look forward to?
I don't know what kind of questions they have to.
Well,
like,
what
I don't
kind
know
of
that my
questions do you
brain
think
can
that
work.
They should study for. In a
I
way?
don't know.
Rights, arts, history.
Yeah. I think I'm. Yeah, I think I'm just. Can you tell I'm exhausted for just a little bit here? Natalie said, "Thank God you said this will be a short stream." I'm sorry. I know I am 40 minutes into this. If you need to go. Like I totally get that. Loads of stuff coming up for sure. Oh, thanks, Nicole. Yeah, we love talking to you all. I mean, if you've been around for a little while and you kind of like know us, like that's just kind of how we operate. It's how we've always been, and this is not anything new. So you might hear us kind of banter back and forth, but we really mean no harm in that. It's just kind of how we communicate. And it works for us. Oh, awesome. Stephanie says, I love listening to you while Chase does homework. Yeah. Oh, you were joking. I'm sorry. You should be sleeping. I know it's super late for you, friend. For sure. Yeah.
We may do more of this in the future and do like a
yeah, I like just kind of hanging out with you guys and sitting and talking and not being so winded and running from place to place. This is pretty cool. Like I feel like I have a spot to kind of focus my attention, so to speak. Simon says Jonathan is the voice from beyond Main Street. Could he introduce the next parade while off camera? Dreamers and believers.
I always wanted to
Sweaty,
meet the monorail voice guy.
You wanted to be the monorail voice guy?
I said I always wanted to meet the monorail voice
I do too. Has anybody ever met the voice of the monorail? Like the please stand clear of the doors. Anybody?
Or is it like a series?
Hi,
like
Karen. Happy Wednesday. No worries. You're coming on in. Oh, thanks, Jason. We think you guys are super awesome too. You're not late at all. Hey, patriotism, we're coming Christmas week to the Christmas parties. Will you be there? I don't know that I will be at any more Christmas parties. A, they're super expensive, and B, they're sold out right now. So I think tomorrow is going to be it for me. So yeah, unless, something happens. So we'll see. Yeah, it's like AJ from Disney Food Blog. Actually, I've seen her. She's not as elusive as I thought. But yes, I have seen her. Yeah. There must be a man to that monorail voice. There's gotta be. Because that monorail voice has been around for quite some time. So I can't imagine they would have had like a Microsoft Sam. Does anybody remember Microsoft Sam where you just like type in like the coolest stuff for them to read and then like sit and laugh about it? No, just me. Yeah. AJ's a pretty cool person. Yeah. I've seen her from afar. I've never like met her. But yeah. She's pretty cool. I always like her voice from Disney Parks blog. She's that's a voice I wish I had. I think some people are like made for voice things. I don't feel like I'm very well made for voice things. So, but yeah, I wish I had somebody else's voice. Yeah, her voice is pretty amazing. I know. I'm with you. So I think at this point, I'm going to be done with announcements, and I'm just going to sit and talk to you all. If you all have anything to do, rumors, if you want to talk Bob Iger, if you want to, talk about anything parks related, talk to me about what you'd like to see in upcoming streams, because I do like your feedback. I want to hear about what you want to see. So that's what we're just the camera. We just point the camera. Like it's all to help you have that magic from wherever you're watching from. So you tell me. I'm an original Oregon Trail computer old. Yes, Stephanie, I hear that. She does. AJ makes everything sound delicious. And I feel like she's got that just right amount of quip to her voice. Like when she's talking about things, she's the kind of person, or at least I imagine her to be the kind of person, she could tell you that she didn't like you without telling you that she didn't like you.
She's the only person that could like be like, Mickey, you suck. And he'd be like, oh my God, that's so nice.
He'd be like, it's fine. Maybe I'll just work on that, right? More Animal Kingdom. Okay, I hear that, Melissa, for sure. And I think Animal Kingdom is going to be one of those that is really more so for like weekends, so everybody can experience it. Because I know while we were out earlier during the week, we were out earlier in the day, early this week. So that being said, I know it's really hard for people to pop in, especially if you're working and you're on your lunch breaks and things like that. So, right? She's my kind of girl. Yeah. She could tell you she doesn't like you and you'd be like, do it again. Do it again, AJ. Tell us what to do and what not to do at Christmas parties. We need help, please. Oh, for sure. So my best recommendation is, because unless you're just totally synced up on wanting to see the parade twice, go to the second parade. It's always a lot less crowded. Go to the second parade. Do not miss those fireworks. They only happen one time. I like seeing the fireworks a little bit closer. I think you all kind of know that now with the projections. But what I really like about the party fireworks is they're a 360. Perimeter fireworks is the terminology. So you got your, like, pretend this is the castle. You got your main fireworks that go off here, and then on each side you've got fireworks here too. So if you stand back just a little bit farther enough to see the projections, but also keep the other fireworks in your peripherals, I feel like that's a pretty good merging there. Expect for the parade to wait a while though. So definitely do that. Make sure you know where the treat stops are for the cookies and the eggnog and the hot cocoa and everything. If you're going to go and try and meet with Jack and Sally, Sandy Claus, you're going to want to be there at 3. You're going to want to be in line at 3 so you can scan and go straight there and know that you're going to, yeah, some nights it's a 7-hour wait to meet with Jack and Sally. So I'm not kidding you there when I say you're going to want to do that if that's high up on your list. And don't neglect the attractions that have the holiday overlays, like Space Mountain has a holiday overlay. The Tomorrowland Speedway has a holiday overlay. I think the Mad Tea Party, or is that just...
Yeah, Halloween? The Mad Tea Party does an overlay with different Christmas songs and the lighting.
Cool. Okay. Yeah.
And then there's DJs and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's DJ parties.
Starlight
Yep, at Cosmic Rays. And then there's also like a small kids party. So I would say skip that one unless you have smaller kids with you or you just really want to see those characters. Just know that they're not going to stop and do like lengthy meet and greets or sign or anything. Yeah, so definitely go and pick up all those things. Let's see. I'm sorry, that was a little long-winded there. I hope Iger brings back the dining plan. Ooh, Gina, I hear that, and I think you all might be tired of my answer by now, but I don't think we're going to get back. Well, I'm going to change that answer now, because now I don't even know. Yes, I hope he does bring back the dining plan. I know for sure it's going to be a lot more expensive than what we've been used to. So is it going to work the same? Is it going to translate to the same kind of value? Jury's still out on that one. But yeah, I would love to see the dining plans come back, because I know that there's a lot of families out there that say, we're not doing Disney unless we can make this as all-inclusive as we possibly can. And I'm waiting for that dining plan to come back. So you're not alone. I hear that. Melissa says, I want to see the walking bush at Animal Kingdom. You're talking about Divine and the Merry Menagerie. I love seeing the puppets interact with the guests. And those puppeteers are amazing. Like, I legitimately think I'm speaking to a bear or a penguin. You know, it is what it is. That's crazy. Oh, Natalie says, I remember the first day you were streaming on Stream the Magic. Your voice made me stay on the stream. Well, thank you. Thank you.
We got a message
that's weird.
one day random. And remember?
About?
You joining STM, and we just said...
Yeah, yeah. So that's
I had been
kind of
pushing you to do it.
Yeah, so the man behind the curtain here, no pun intended, he's the only one you have to thank for any of these streams, because he pushed me for years to use a stabilizer and get out there and stream things, and I fought him forever on it, and I fought the law, and the law won. So I'm kind of glad he won out there, but yeah, we made a lot of really good, cool friends along the way. So I'm very fortunate. We are very fortunate here. The land. Jason wants to see the land. Or
the overlay of...
Yes.
We
yes.
have got to go there. Oh my goodness.
We did that the other day and we didn't stream it. I'm so sorry. So yes, we will go and see Living with the Land for sure with the holiday overlay. Same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Funny thing happened for me. One of the first times in forever, I didn't get a virtual group for that. And the virtual queue, even for the people that got the virtual queue for Guardians, was at a 440-minute wait. So I don't know if it was down or what earlier in the day. It just was. So they've got Run Rocket Run as the song. It's like Run Run Rudolph, but just with Rocket. I'm not a super huge fan.
Is that the only song there?
That's the only song they've got for it. I was thinking there was going to be like a whole soundtrack. Like I was thinking like Last Christmas by Wham, and maybe some of the songs. I was hoping for some of the songs that they worked into the holiday special for the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special that's on Disney Plus now, which by the way is fantastic. So if you like our version of humor, you would absolutely love that. So check it out. But I was hoping for some of those songs to make it, and I don't think they did. I think it's just that one.
Oh, I was thinking, what's that song that says, is it like Santa's Got a Gun, or is it, I forget what it's called, but it was like a rock song. It's not intended.
It's an Aerosmith song.
That's what
but
I was
it's
thinking.
Janie, and that would not be a good song for that.
Did
you hear yourself?
Yeah, I know.
You sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're sure?
But hey, they have blasters and they're shooting it.
Well, they do, and yet we're talking about a family-friendly ride, Jonathan.
It's a family-friendly ride.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's a family-friendly song. Oh, okay, moving on. Gina says, they are 1 year for New Year's Eve and the fireworks were awesome. Oh, yes. Fireworks on New Year's Eve are something unreal. So Epcot is where you want to be for those kinds of fireworks, for sure. Oh, the Prince Regal Carousel plays Christmas songs. That's true. But I don't know if that's only for the Very Merry Christmas parties. I'll have to check for sure.
We definitely have to show them the gingerbread houses.
Yes, and we've got more gingerbread places to show you. I think Animal Kingdom Lodge has animals there, so we'll have to go over there. And the Beach Club, which we fully intended to stream for you all the other day, and just time totally got away from us. Because Stormalong Bay called and our kids wanted to drag me into the cold pool, and they won that too. Disney Paris increased prices, the food and beverage most of all. Oh my goodness. Yes. And I think Shanghai Disneyland shut down again. Crazy. Are the dining plans really better than pre-planning budgeting? Ooh, that's a good question. It depends on how much you eat. So I know people that are religiously faithful to the dining plans. I'm probably one of those people because I know how to manipulate it in the best way that it's going to benefit me. I have a super secret thing that I calculate things up according to my family and what we eat in our age groups and all that, and everything that used to come with the dining plans, like the resort mugs and things of that nature. Or if we were more than a party of 6, we would have that automatic 18% gratuity. So we would factor all those things in. And then by the time, so for instance, we knew how like even just a one night, because they were by night of your stay at a Walt Disney World resort. We knew how to buy the dining plan for a night, and by the time that we would have paid for dinner at Ohana for all of us with what was included, we would have paid more out of pocket for that one meal than we paid for the entire night's dining plan, which would have also included an alcoholic beverage if you drink alcohol, your meal for a table service meal, and that's either a buffet or an entree meal and non-alcoholic beverage, a snack or a dessert like a Mickey ice cream bar or a funnel cake or something of that nature, and a resort refill mug, and a quick service, which would be an entree meal and a non-alcoholic beverage. So all of those together would, we knew how to do that and make it work for us. Not everybody eats the same way that we do, and we recognize that. But yes, it worked for us. I know it worked for a lot of other people. I think sometimes it was really more just the, I don't want to say satisfaction, but the security of knowing that you didn't have to rebudget or spend more money for. Yeah, you prepaid. Like it gave an all-inclusive feel. Yeah, one less thing you had to think about or have to shell out more money for. Yeah, so yeah. KJ said, I'm a little afraid of them. The Merry Menagerie? Why? They're so cute. I have to tell you though, like I bent down and I thought one of them was going to be like warm and fuzzy, and they were like metal. So I was like, oh, it's metal, but it doesn't look like metal. It looks like wood, maybe. Yeah. But yeah. I do. I like the Christmas overlay in the land too, Jason, for sure. Is Fantasmic worth it? Patriotism. You want to take that one, Jonathan?
Yeah, definitely.
Fantasmic is Jonathan's favorite.
Granted, you know.
Some people used to take it for granted. We may have had
beg you to go.
We may have had that discussion literally in the car. What, last night? He was like, you used to take it for granted. So yeah, we really enjoy Fantasmic. I actually really enjoy it more now, I think, than I did before. They've updated a lot of the lasers and the lighting and some of the hero section. So spoiler, if you're not ready for this, go ahead and plug your ears for literally the next 10 seconds. I'll give you time. Okay, so if you've not seen Fantasmic, which I don't know how you've avoided it this long, they have taken the Pocahontas section out and replaced it with a hero section where they have Mulan, Moana, Elsa from Frozen 2, and Aladdin in place of. So I really enjoy that section. Go ahead and unplug your ears now. You're good. But yeah, I love Fantasmic. It's definitely worth seeing it. I think it was struggling with attendance at first, and Disney's done a lot of really great marketing on it and being able to push all that. And I was kind of bragging about how I was able to see both performances in the same night, and totally did do that multiple nights. And then the last time I went to go and line up, fully anticipating that I would just walk right on in, and had to wait in line. And I was shook. I was like, whoop. Why are you making me wait? But I'm really glad to see that so many people are now kind of coming around to it and being able to see it. I think it was just maybe the difference in the crowd, the closer we were getting to Fantasmic. Or I'm sorry, to Thanksgiving. So I would anticipate higher crowds for Fantasmic the closer we get into Christmas, especially with the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party kind of pushing a lot of guests out of that park, because it's going to be probably the next closest behind Epcot for Harmonious for fireworks. Oh, I love Epcot. Gina says, I never tire of seeing Epcot. Sandy says she loves Epcot too. Oh, man. Okay, so Jason said, we did the dining plan for years, but for two people, I don't feel it's been very beneficial. It might not be, for sure. So Jonathan used to joke with me a lot. He would be like, hey, so are we going to Disney for the rides? Which is kind of ironic now. Or are we going to Disney to eat? Because we're spending a lot of money on food to get here just to go and eat. So he really hated that I would build time into our schedule, so to speak, to make us eat, to sit down and eat or go and eat. So he didn't mind the quick service dining plans near as much, which came with 2 quick service meals, not the quick service and the full service table meal. But I kind of swooped in there and said, well, it makes me feel like I don't have to miss as much because I can do characters at those meals. We can make sure the kids are eating, and it worked for us that way. So it kind of forced our kids to sit down and be like, hey, you're not missing anything, so don't think that, but you do need to eat something. Because it's I've met people that literally just don't eat at all day long, and they go through the parks, and they don't realize it until the end of the day. I'm kind of like that too. And I'm like, oh man, I didn't eat anything today. Or they just don't eat the same way, to that counter. And they're like, I don't want to have all this food in my stomach walking around all day and really, really tired. So yeah, I can see it going both ways. Yeah, there was a lot of changes to Fantasmic. All right, Stephanie, I will teach you the dining plan ways for sure. Yeah, I mean, $150 per person a day for meals isn't a bad budget for sure. That's not bad at all, considering, and I think that even allows for breakfast, lunch, dinner, maybe a few snacks in between there. Disney is to eat, right? Yeah, Jason, you said it. You nailed it. Jonathan said the same thing. Jason said, we feel like it forces us to eat too much to kind of get your money's worth out of it. Yeah, for sure. I hear that. Natalie says, I had friends from Spain that went to Hollywood Studios for the first time, and they said Phantasm was the most beautiful thing they've ever seen. Oh, that's adorable. I love that. KJ said, there's no way I'm forgetting to eat. I've done it, and I totally didn't mean to, but Jason says I need a drinking plan. You laugh about that, but I was actually kind of upset because a few years back, they used to have entitlements for Food and Wine Festival. So I know SeaWorld still does this with their food festivals, and Disney had like a booklet, so you could pre-book a booklet. I think it was like $180, which with what it came with was not a bad price. And you had like 10 or 12 entitlements that you could use towards either drinks or food portions for Food and Wine Festival. It was amazing. And they would just either like punch it or like tear it off. It was awesome. Very cool. But I wish they would bring those back because a lot of people really miss them. I think they had an option for maybe an 8 and maybe an option for 12. And a long time ago when I used to work for Disney Dining and booking those, we had people that literally waited all year long till the very first day those came out because you could book them through the dining line. Yeah, that sounds perfect, right? But if you're here for Christmas or for any of the SeaWorld festivals, they do entitlements that way. And
they're one of the only theme parks with a dining plan.
Yeah, SeaWorld is the only theme park right now with a dining plan. They do that all day dining, which I really do appreciate because A, it's expensive to eat in the theme parks. I recognize that on a whole other level, even if you're just vacationing. But B, $50 for an adult to eat all day long, including your drink, your food, and either a dessert or an extra side every 90 minutes is not a bad gig at all. So that really puts a punch in Stephanie's $150 per day budget for food. So, and kids are 25 as well. So, SeaWorld's the only theme park that we know of that has a dining plan. Universal does something similar now. They used to have entitlements for like Mardi Gras and stuff, but I think they went away from that and they've opted for a gift card. So I think last year it was if you bought $120 worth of a gift card, then they would give you an extra $30. So it ended up being $150. So while they don't do entitlements anymore, they do like a money allotment there. In your opinion, what are 3 things Disney World needs to do in the first 3 months of 2023? Ooh, okay. Definitely lift the restrictions if that is not already in place. So I'm going to operate on the assumption that that is in place. So number 1, and I'll just count it as a bonus, lift the restrictions for the park pass reservations. I don't mind the park pass reservations, but what I do mind is especially, knowing how much these tickets cost, limiting us to being able to park hop at 2 p.m., which kind of takes away from the very realistic ability to do a 4-park challenge and visit all 4 parks in the same day or call it a day early if you wanted to. And while I don't mind lining up what I want to do first, I don't like the restriction on how many days I can make a park pass reservation in advance as an annual pass holder. I recognize that there has to be a limit given the circumstances and the way that they've been operating, but I really don't like that. So that's the bonus.
I'm not a fan of the lightning lane.
I'm not a fan of Genie Plus.
Is it Genie Plus, or which one's the one that it's at midnight?
Genie Plus at midnight.
I mean, I just don't see somebody being on their vacation having to stay up that late.
Stay up to midnight, make a decision to go ahead and pre-book Genie Plus, and then also get up at 7 a.m. to book their first experience. If you're a resort guest,
you should be granted being able to do that earlier.
Yeah, I do miss the old Fast Pass system. While I think that Genie Plus and Lightning Lane is here to stay, because I just don't see Disney turning around and saying, oh, sorry, this was a bad idea. Like, let's just go ahead and take that away. I think what we're going to find is there might be some changes to, similar to what we had before with the Fast Pass, like where Walt Disney World guests could book 3 in advance. I could see that happening very easily. So I'll say Genie Plus, changes to Genie Plus to make it more A, user-friendly, and B, more friendly to those that are staying on Walt Disney World property. Number 2, I would like to see a change in the extra magic hours. I think limiting the extra magic hours to deluxe resorts only on Mondays and Wednesdays for those evening hours really was a disservice to those of us that choose to stay at Walt Disney World resorts.
Not to mention that I think that the longer your stay is, the cheaper it should get. I mean, they do it with park days passes.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, see, Simon says I agree with the voice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jen set an alarm for 12 and also got up at 7 for Genie Plus. Yeah, I mean, you're already zonked from the parks all day long and walking and riding and doing more than what you normally do on a regular basis in a completely different terrain and a completely different atmosphere for a lot of you all, because you're not used to being here. And that will mess with you a lot. Even our family, when they come into town from where they're at, when they come in from out of state, give it to about day 3 and then they start having a headache. And then day 5 or day 7, they're really hurting. So yes, I would love to see that. Hey, Justin, good to see you. We're just sitting around talking now at this point. So join in the conversation. Alicia was doing the same thing. Oh my goodness. Man. Let's see. I agree to extend extra magic hours to other guests as well. Yeah. I don't agree that it should be a perk for off-site guests. I think that really should stay limited to Walt Disney World Resort guests, because there should be something of value there. And I would really, I've seen a lot of things going around on TikTok. I would really like to see a separate line for the DAS pass versus the Lightning Lane, because I've seen a lot of conversation, and I hesitate to call it anything other than conversation. I've seen a lot of conversation around those that use DAS, that need that have that set up. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry. On top of waiting what they would have waited in the line, because that's kind of how DAS works, the Disability Access Service. And I don't intend to get into that too much, because I don't want to speak to that. Didn't miss a whole lot, Amanda. But I would like to see DAS have their own lane separate from Lightning Lane, because the trouble we're running into now is those that are using DAS and have that need are waiting the entire time what would have been the line had they been able to wait in the line. And then they're also waiting longer through the Lightning Lane too. So they could wait 45 minutes for a line and then wait another 25, 35, 45 minutes in the Lightning Lane, which kind of defeats the purpose for why they were needing the DAS to begin with. So I'll get off my whole high horse there, but I feel like that's another bonus. I don't know. Do you have another one that you would change within the first 3 months of 23 when I your like suggestion there?
Obviously,
Oh, thank you for the bless
I
you.
would love to see, obviously, the something dining. That would be
Yeah.
great. I would hope that by at least the spring or something, going
Mm-hmm.
into summer. More affordability on the smaller stuff. Granted, the park day pricing is here to stay, of
Yeah.
course, but due to inflation. But I do think that they can make it cheaper the longer you stay. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
um, I don't think it's fair to charge you near $30 to go on a lightning lane.
Can I be petty for just a hot second, too? Because we still don't have daily housekeeping, and I realize that we're understaffed. Um, but daily housekeeping is not returned to the Walt Disney World resorts. Again, I
They
realize
used
that
to even offer you a gift card
they
if
used to offer
you,
you a gift card if you were opting out of
yeah,
it.
you get a $50 gift card if
But there are
you.
some people that this might be their one and only vacation they ever come, and they still
And
want
this is
that
why
extra
people need to
experience.
one day, if they want to experience the magic, they need to go on a cruise.
Yes.
That is like,
Yes.
if you remember Walt Disney World 10, 15 years ago, you'll get that
That
at the
magic is
cruise
on the
line.
Disney Cruise Line.
Like 100%. Like
Mm-hmm.
not one.
Yep,
Every
that's where it
penny,
went.
every penny you spend, it's like worth it.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Bring back consistent mousekeeping. Yeah, yeah. And I know it's kind of a staffing issue, like it's a hot topic, but there are some people that this is their one and only ever trip. I actually dealt with a family last summer that have 5 kids, and they were like, we're not coming back unless we have daily housekeeping and we have a dining plan, because they had such a hard time trying to budget for everything, and then also on their housekeeping, their mousekeeping. I feel like what that kind of boils down to, though, is just better care of their cast members, right? So I feel like the Walt Disney Company in general lost sight of a lot of things in the pursuit of the bottom dollar for the company, the greater good. I feel like there was a lot of things that were sacrificed on the guest experience. And yeah, I don't know that that's been great. Yeah. Okay. Agreeing on the mousekeeping. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like those are really small changes that we can make that would make a very big impact on how guests perceive Walt Disney World, right? And the way that we're choosing to vacation, the way that we're choosing to come to this location again and again. Thank you for the bless yous, by the way. Yeah, KJ says, I'll interject here and say when that happens, we simply end up not writing. Yeah. DAS is a wonderful tool when it's utilized the correct way and for the correct reasons. And I hate seeing those that need DAS and have to use that, have to wait on top of the weight they've already waited. So yes, I hear
Do
that
you think that
wholeheartedly.
they're, I guess, from a financial standpoint, do you think that the consumer is paying for I wouldn't say mistakes, but for the want to compete with other competitors, um, like the Star Cruiser? It
Mm,
was made for a specific clientele, and they made it so expensive to where the average person can't experience that.
I hear that. I hear that. So if you didn't hear Jonathan's thing, and I want to hear your all's comments
I
and
mean,
thoughts on it
like, how
too.
can you buy the largest ship in the world right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And tell the consumer that you're making budget cuts because
Or
there's not enough money.
you're laying off cast members potentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they've
Or buy
stopped
an
that.
island and
Yeah. Yeah. I hear that. I hear that. And I can't answer for why they've chosen to do what they've done. And we're just totally speculating here, y'all. Like, we don't speak for the company or anything like that. And please don't get me wrong. I'm very happy with being a pass holder, and I'm very grateful that we get to go as often as we do. So please don't misconstrue that. But I feel like there's also a level of give and take from a consumer and a company standpoint. And there's just a couple of things that I feel we feel like Disney has room to improve on and maybe has lost sight of the last couple of years. So if I go and book a hotel for 3 weeks, do they only clean once a week? I think it's every 3 days or so now, Natalie. So you'll want to check into that. I know that they've changed that. And full disclosure, we've been staying on DVC stays. So when you stay on Disney Vacation Club points, they do not have daily mousekeeping. And that's always been a thing. So they usually do daily mousekeeping at like day 3 of 5 or day 5 of 7, like they try to do midway through. You can always ask for more towels or more shampoo or whatever it happens to be. So yeah, I can hear that, especially those of you that come from the UK. Yeah, I hear that. Stephanie says, I'm pretty low maintenance, so we were good with just getting extra towels and not having mousekeeping every day. Yeah, absolutely. And that's totally your call for sure. But I do know that it's sometimes just the guest perception, right? Just the ability to say, we can do this extra touch for you. That goes a long way. Nicole says, yeah, that's a tough situation for hotels. Wyndham went right back to daily housekeeping after the restrictions were lifted. Yeah, I won't say that SeaWorld because I don't want to get dinged. But yes, I hear that. It is a tough call. And I'm glad I'm not that person that has to make those calls, for sure. DAS needs to be looked in. Yeah, DAS needs to be looked into for those that might be abusing it. It's such a fine line because Disney and I think all the theme parks try to do a really good job of adhering to the Americans with Disabilities Act, the ADA guidelines. So there's only a certain set of questions they're allowed to ask about why they need it. I've seen people, though, legitimately need DAS turned away. Not at Disney, but other theme parks. So yeah, it happens. So I'm telling you, this person legitimately did need it, and I've seen them turned away, and they felt like they had done something wrong because they had that legitimate need. But I think that's kind of the mindset is it's left up to the team member or cast member that is working there, and they have to take responsibility for who they're turning away and under what circumstances. So I think there's a lot of training that could be implemented into the ADA and the guidelines and everything there too. Stephanie says, I didn't get DAS last year, even though I could have, because I felt like others needed it more than me. But my last park day, it was rough waiting in the long hotlines at Animal Kingdom. Yeah. And like I said, I've been with those that have done the same thing too. Probably needed DAS and didn't feel like their condition warranted usage and felt like they could get away with just a mobility difference there. Like we ended up just getting a wheelchair and they were fine. But it certainly doesn't make their day any more enjoyable, right? For sure. Yeah, Sandy said, wow, we just had the same conversation at our house about buying the new ship. Yeah, I mean, it's not a good look. It's not a good look when people are talking about buying brand new ships and then they're wondering on the home front, do I have a job tomorrow? So what is DAS? It's the Disability Access Service that's available at Disney World for those that have disabilities that qualify for it. At Universal's Port Aventura here in Spain, you need to present a medical certificate for the DAS pass. Yeah, I think that's a difference in the American guidelines versus the international guidelines. Yeah. Oh, for a full week, there was no making beds or changing sheets at Caribbean Beach Resort. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I know somebody too, Stephanie. She said I have fibromyalgia and sometimes standing for long periods is tough, especially when overtired. Yeah, I've seen instances where people have said, well, you can rent a scooter or you can rent a wheelchair. Not at Disney. But they just told that person who had a medical device that was strapped to them, told them to go and get a wheelchair. Yeah. And they're like, but I have to have like a medically cleaned locker. And that's something I learned too, is a lot of these rides have an ability for you to utilize a medically cleaned locker if you have a necessity for that, for medical devices, things like that you temporarily just need to put up for like just to be on the ride and then reclaim as you're getting off. It's not the same as like a regular backpack or whatever you're bringing with you. So yeah, that's also a thing too. So if you didn't know that those exist, medical lockers are truly a thing. So definitely check into those too. But that person that I was with was very shocked that that's the answer that they got. It was not at this theme park though. So I want to make that clear. So yeah. Okay. Well, I think we've had lots of really good discussion around all of this. I hate to cut it short, but I know it's creeping up on 8:30 for us Eastern time here. Everybody's kind of in the middle of the week. I know we've got kids to get off to showers and bed and everything. I know you all are probably trying to get out too. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad that I was able to sit out here and talk with you all for like an hour or so. Do you think Disney needs more nighttime entertainment or a day parade? Ooh, patriotism. I'm glad you brought this up because I've been saying for years. Thank you guys. Good night. If you're leaving. Hi Poppy. Good to see you. Hey Jacob. Does Disney need more nighttime entertainment or day parade? I would love to see Paint the Night come to Disney World. Disney World.
We were hopeful that the Main Street Parade was coming, but
yeah, we were hoping that the Main Street Electrical Parade would come back, but no dice. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe in the first, I changed my answer. Another answer. I need the Main Street Electrical Parade or Paint the Night to come over here. Paint the Night would be amazing. But I understand the logistics of why they don't, because I understand that it was kind of crazy to not only have a nighttime parade, but then also do the fireworks too. They need to bring back the Citizens of Hollywood. Yes. In a regular entertainment during the day, for sure.
If there was one thing that I could take from Disneyland, would be the ability to have the characters through the day roam the park.
Yes.
They have that at Disneyland.
Yeah, so Disneyland does have that ability to have their, if you didn't hear Jonathan, they have the characters kind of roaming through the day. And I think I've seen a touch of that here and there, but not near as often as Disneyland.
Like, for instance, we saw Pooh at Epcot, but he's like behind railings.
Yeah.
Chip and Dale the same way.
Yeah, I do miss that. And I think there's probably some unknown factors to that. Like maybe there's been some less than expected interactions. Yeah. With characters here. And I think that that's terrible if that's the case. But yeah, we would love to see more kind of roaming characters here and maybe some guest expectation that we just allow them to roam. Like we say hi in passing and go.
Characters that can meet past 5.
Yeah, have a lot of characters to meet
characters
after
that you can meet
5 o'clock.
Before 5, and then have. Why can you meet Santa till late night, but you can't meet Olaf at 9 o'clock?
Yeah, and I think maybe that's a staffing thing. I don't know,
because I think that would help the lines and the rides too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
there's a lot of children that can't ride on the roller coasters, like. Tron is coming.
They need more Star Wars meet and greets. Ooh, Jacob, that's a good one too, because they just got the Mandalorian and Grogu at Baby Yoda at Disneyland as a meet and greet. Yeah, they got all the cool meet and greets, man. We want to go to Disneyland real soon. I think on-site guests need longer, early or late time again. Like a longer checkout. How come Mando and Boba Fett are not at Galaxy's Edge in Orlando? Listen, I got some quips about Boba Fett meeting over there in Disneyland and not here, because Boba Fett is my favorite Star Wars character ever.
They say it's because of the hotel.
Okay, I could see that here. Taking away from the house he on and.
But none of us regular people will ever see the hotel, so it's like.
yeah, that's not something like. I'm all for a Star Cruise, and I would love to do that experience. But if I'm going to cruise, I think the sea is cruise enough for me. So that one would have to come down significantly. Yeah, that's different. Yeah, for sure, KJ. Yeah, longer time to be in the parks. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the extra magic hours, and I don't think 30 minutes early in the morning is beneficial, really, a lot of people. So yeah, I would love to see some extra magic hours in the end. It's fairly new in Disneyland, so maybe eventually here. Maybe eventually. We'll see.
We used to get 2 fireworks?
We did. At one point, we used to get 2 fireworks, too. That was cool. It was really cool because when I was little, and I think maybe I've told you all this, maybe a couple times. So if you've heard this, I'm so sorry. Yeah, for sure, Jacob. Absolutely. When I was little, my brother had a problem with his ears, so he couldn't take the loud noises. So we never got to be up very close to the castle. We always had to be at like the parking lot or the ferry boat out. Hey Ben, good to see you. So that's why I like to see the projections up on the castle so quick, so closely, because I didn't get that growing up. So yeah, I remember the days of two fireworks. Yeah,
So it was
that'd be
fireworks,
cool.
then Main Street Electrical Parade, and then fireworks again.
Yeah, it's half magic time. I hear that, KJ, for sure. Yeah, I think she's saying like entry into the parks, like longer early entry or later in the parks. Yeah, for sure. I don't know that early entry would be extendable past the 30 minutes they already have, maybe an hour, but definitely for extra magic hours in the evening. When do I stream again? Tomorrow. Tomorrow I will post something tomorrow very early for you, so that way you'll know to anticipate the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Yeah, Jacob, absolutely. Just let me know when you're in, for sure. We'll ride together. Okay, guys, I think we're going to call it a night, but thank you all so much for coming out and picking my brain, allowing me to pick your brain too. Yeah, for sure. Justin said 30 minutes didn't feel long enough in October, but the first visit pre-closure got like an hour or so, and it was good. Yeah, I think we could do that. Yeah, so that would be a good one to come back and revisit, see if there's some changes that can be made. But may I suggest Hollywood in the not too distant future? Yes, absolutely. We'll be right here for the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, Ride with Randa. So yeah, I'll post that tomorrow for sure. KJ, I think we were supposed to be in Hollywood Studios today, but it certainly wouldn't have been long enough for us. And then I felt like there was a lot of things here. So if you were just joining now, we had all of our announcements towards the very beginning of this video. So feel free to rewind and watch later there so you can keep up to date. Hi, Dilo. Good to see you. So yeah, I hope to see you all tomorrow night for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. I'll say it one more time because I've seen Sandy posting the link there. So shout out to Sandy for being amazing here and helping us keep going. So thank you, Sandy, for all that you're doing for us too here. If you would like to check out some of the new holiday merchandise that I've picked up myself, park merchandise, shirts, t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, hats, beanies, sweaters, hoodies, jackets, even pillows, check out our new link in the description. It's the very first one there for Shop LBV. If you were ordering anything today, even if you're just browsing right now, everything that's ordered today goes to benefit Toys for Tots. So definitely check them out. Even if you just want to click and look through to see what's available, just you looking through is a great support. Yeah, they do. They got new merch all the time. So I was really excited to see my order came in today. So I was able to show it off, and then I'll be able to wear it for you all tomorrow while we're doing the holiday parade. So yeah, but I will see you all tomorrow afternoon, probably about 7. So yeah, keep your notifications on. Make sure that you're subscribed, otherwise you won't get that notification. Give us a big old thumbs up. I love chatting with you guys. If this is something that you enjoyed, let me know.
And if you just tuned in, you could actually rewind to
some
of the big announcements that we made early on.
Yeah, all of our big announcements we made early on in this video, so definitely rewind it. But for real, I'm going to let you go this time. So good night, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.